Here's the pitch, and Mookie hits another one to left field, way back by the wall!
Nobody seems to realize it yet, but Los Angeles Dodgers superstar Mookie Betts is already among the best players we've seen this century. Alongside names like Mike Trout, Aaron Judge, and his teammate Shohei Ohtani, Mookie Betts is arguably the best hitter of the last decade. Yet, he doesn't always get the recognition he truly deserves. He's put together some of the most impressive single seasons in recent memory, including a year that could be classified as one of the best ever. But he's not slowing down anytime soon. He may be turning 32 years old, but Mookie still has plenty in the tank. And even if he retired today, he'd be a first-ballot Hall of Famer. In this video, the Yak Fam will be diving into just how good Mookie Betts really is, and how he got to where he is today from childhood to the show. Marcus Mookie Betts was born on October 7th, 1992 in Nashville, Tennessee. No, his real name isn't Mookie. That nickname was given to him by his parents after watching an Atlanta Hawks game in 1993. Becoming huge fans of all-star point guard Mookie Blaylock, who, funny enough, also uses Mookie as a nickname. He was also a defensive wizard, just like Betts is. Safe to say the nickname is fitting. It was destined for Mookie to grow up loving baseball. His parents literally gave him the initials MLB. All he wanted to do as a kid was play baseball and was absolutely good enough to make his local Little League team, but they didn't want him due to his size. Can you imagine if the Astros didn't want Jose Altuve? Or the Braves didn't want Ozzie Albies? I mean, even now, Mookie is 5'9", but his talent was too undeniable to turn down once he grew up. And if you ask his mother, Diana Benedict, he was undeniable as a kid too. Because after his local Little League teams wouldn't let him play, she would start her own team just so that her son could play the sport he loves. Baseball fans, thank Mookie's mother, because without her, you wouldn't have the pleasure of watching one of the game's best talents. Thanks, Diana. Mookie continued playing Little League ball all the way until he reached high school, where he would proceed to join the John Overton High School varsity team as a freshman. This little 5'9" kid was dominating kids half a foot taller than him. And he was even a monster basketball player, averaging 14.1 points, 9 assists, 4 rebounds, and 3 steals per game his senior season. His baseball numbers were even better than this though. In his junior season, Mookie would bat an absurd .549 while stealing 24 bags, leading Overton to an undefeated season. At this point, Mookie had eyes all over him, receiving offers from baseball powerhouse schools like Vanderbilt and Mississippi State, before deciding to commit to his hometown school, the University of Tennessee, to play baseball after his senior season the next year. That senior season would see Mookie continue his high school dominance, as he would bat .509 with 30 steals. 30 steals in a high school season is insane. He had done all you could do when it comes to high school ball. And he was even the bowler of the year in Tennessee. The guy could do it all, and the Tennessee Volunteers have found themselves an absolute monster. Well, that was until the 2011 MLB draft. Mookie had every intention on attending and playing baseball at Tennessee until the Boston Red Sox selected him with the 172nd overall pick in the 5th round of the 2011 draft. Then things got iffy. The 18-year-old second baseman was in a pickle, no pun intended, on what path he wanted to go down, but he ultimately chose to rescind his commitment to Tennessee and sign with the Red Sox. I don't know if he thought that this was his best chance he had at making it to the big leagues, or if that $750,000 contract swayed him. But it was the best decision that Mookie ever made. Mookie would only play one game in rookie ball in 2011, getting 2 hits and 4 at-bats, and that was all Boston needed to see before he got called up to the majors. Kidding. He would spend the entire 2012 season playing Class A ball. It's not that easy. Mookie would start 2013 in Low A and would play about half of the season there before being named to the South Atlantic League All-Star Game, and then almost immediately being called up to High A, where he would finish off the 2013 season batting a ridiculous .341, earning him the title of Offensive Player of the Year in the Red Sox farm system. 2014 would be a huge year for Mookie. Midway through the 2013 season, the Red Sox had signed superstar second baseman Dustin Pedroia to a huge 8-year, $110 million deal, locking up second base for the foreseeable future. So the Red Sox had to pivot. It was clear that they viewed Mookie as a future star for them, so they decided to move Mookie to the outfield for 2014 to prepare him to play alongside Pedroia at the major league level. He was already an elite defender at second, so the Red Sox organization had zero doubts that Mookie would be just as good, if not better, in the outfield. He would enter this season as a top 100 prospect, so expectations were through the roof, and wow did he exceed them. It only took 54 games in AA for Mookie to be promoted to AAA after arguably the best first half in all of minor league baseball, including a .355 batting average. This guy gets on base. Later that year, Mookie would make his MLB debut in a game against the New York Yankees on June 29th. He would spend the rest of 2014 flipping back and forth between AAA and the majors due to injuries to guys like Shane Victorino. But on August 18th, Mookie would see his final call-up. He had impressed so much that he had become a reliable center fielder for the Red Sox, even playing mostly second base by season's end after an injury to Pedroia. This wasn't permanent though, and Mookie would start the 2015 season as the Red Sox's everyday center fielder. He would start the season off strong, hitting a home run in only his second at-bat of the season, and having arguably the most exciting 3 innings of his career in Boston's home opener, robbing Bryce Harper of a home run, stealing 2 bases in one play, and hitting a home run, solidifying himself as a future superstar. And a superstar is exactly what he'd become. After finishing the 2015 season with an .820 OPS and a permanent switch to right field, he would explode in 2016. Mookie would make his first career All-Star game in 2016, but he wouldn't just break out as an All-Star. He would break out as one of the game's best players, finishing second in AL MVP voting behind some guy named Mike Trout after hitting 31 homers, 42 doubles, driving in 113 runs, and playing Gold Glove defense in right field. In 2017, however, he would only finish 6th in AL MVP voting after his contact numbers would take a hit. I know, so disappointing. However, 2018 would be a special year for Mookie Betts and the Red Sox. After going into the season with discussions of who is better between him and Trout, who is already on pace for a Hall of Fame career, Mookie would make his mark on the conversation. He would hit multiple 3-homer games, he would hit for the cycle, he would break Red Sox single-season records, and he would take home his first ever AL MVP award after falling just short 2 years prior. This season would go down in history as one of the most impressive single seasons in baseball history. Mookie would bat an absurd league-leading .346 with 32 homers, 47 doubles, 30 stolen bases, and the best defensive season an outfielder had in 2018. His Red Sox would also finish the season at 108-54 and would ultimately go on to defeat the Los Angeles Dodgers in 5 games to win the 2018 World Series. This is a season that many Red Sox fans will tell you was the peak of their sports watching lives, and is absolutely the peak of Mookie Betts' career so far. He became the first player in American League history to win an MVP, a Gold Glove, a Silver Slugger, and a World Series in the same season. This has yet to be replicated since, and the only other time it's happened in either league was in 1980, when Philadelphia Phillies third baseman Mike Schmidt pulled it off. 2019 would also be another great season for Mookie, but nothing compared to his 2018, but it would be significant for a different reason. Mookie's contract was running up, and after that absurd season he had 2 years prior, Mookie was looking for a monster extension, and Boston just wouldn't pay him. After a very long negotiation period, Boston would elect to trade Mookie to the Dodgers before the 2020 season for a handful of prospects, knowing that LA would give Mookie the money he was looking for. And that's exactly what they do, signing Mookie to a 12-year, $365 million contract, ensuring that he finishes his career in LA. This deal was the 3rd largest in North American sports history up until that point, and it was deserved. Funny enough, right after that, COVID-19 shut the entire world down, shortening Mookie's first season as a Dodger to 60 games. It's okay though, he still led the Dodgers to a World Series victory over the Rays, securing his 2nd ever World Series. Oh, and he also finished 2nd in NL MVP voting behind his future teammate Freddie Freeman, but you're used to the Mookie MVP talk by now. Since, Mookie and the Dodgers have been absolute powerhouses, but have failed to get the job done in October, despite yet another NL MVP runner-up from Mookie in 2023. Regardless, Mookie is one of the most respected players in all of baseball, and he should never leave the best player in the world conversation, because Marcus Lynn Betts is one of the best baseball players in the world, and one of the best of this generation. So, to answer the question, just how good is Mookie? The answer is generational. That's it. Thanks for watching our channel, and the Yak Fam appreciates you for making us part of your day.